All right, are we on?
We are on. Hi, Mr. Tuna.
All right, hi, Mr. Tuna. What we're doing today is showing people how Cheryl carves a tuna. Cheryl from the Fleet Deli. This tuna came off my husband's sashimi grade freezer boat, and I've got it thawed enough to cut. I use a 2-knife method. One of them is a 4.5-inch boning knife. I insert the knife behind the fin and make my first cut. Okay, my second cut is right here down the center of the spine. Tuna are not normally filleted like a regular fish. They come out as 4 loins. Third cut's going to be a shallow cut along the belly, just to mark out where I want to be.
Okay.
Then I come back in here and see, we're looking inside the tuna?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to carve up through the belly. We're going to spin this tuna. We make all our major cuts before we try to take anything off the tuna. Next cut, we're going to make a shallow cut again along the backbone. Tuna actually have these little lines you can see and feel the cut up. Now we've got our shallow cut. I'm going to come down here, feel along the backbone with this boning knife, and slice all the way to the center again. We're going to flip him. We're going to do our little cut from underneath the fin, down the center, little cut across the tail. Since I got him in this position, so I don't have to flip him around too much, we do our shallow cut across the top again. See, I'm not going in very deep with this knife.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm going to do though is come back and go right along that backbone. We're going to spin him around again. And we're going to do our shallow cut across the belly. Come right in here. And we're going to lift him up and look in here. Get down deep and go up through the gut again. Now that I've got this far cut, I'm going to come in here and we're going to split this line along the backbone. Okay? I'm going to come right in here and make sure I've cut these ribs, and I'm just going to peel this top loin out. Lay it out there. I left a little bit of meat. I want to save that. I'm going to use that for tuna tacos. Reach in behind here. You can see inside this area there's a little more meat. Again, save that. We'll use that for tuna tacos. I'm going to come down along this backbone again with my boning knife. And all I have to do is peel out the next loin. See, the reason we don't run a regular filleting knife along this guy is this ridge of bone in here. The spine actually runs up the center of the fish. Cool, huh?
Pretty neat.
Alright, same thing again. Reach in here, take my little boning knife, cut whatever ribs are in my way.
And away it goes.
Away it goes. I left a little bit of meat here. I want to rescue that.
Is that meat really tender?
Oh yeah. The bottom's a little more fatty, the top's a little more lean. But this stuff that I left behind will make great tuna tacos. So I'm going to save my little bits and pieces here. And because I'm working with a frozen sashimi grade fish, you know, he's not, I cut him before he was completely thawed because I want to make sure this meat is really nice and cold, that we're still down below the 41 degrees they want for what they refer to as HACCP or fish control. Here I go again. Whap those ribs, peel them out. I've got my 4 loins. Take my fingers, coming along the backbones. I'll just peel this extra stuff out with my fingertips. Get myself a little handful there and reach in behind this section of the head. There's quite a nice chunk of meat in there. Okay, we're done with him. So we're going to break him in half and
Down he goes.
So we can use him later as bait for crabs. He makes excellent crab bait.
So you have 5 pieces here.
Well, I have 4 pieces there. What we have is 4 nice pieces.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Now come back with my fun little boning knife. I'm gonna come right along here and see this? This stuff's called the blood meat. This is where all the heavy metals, the toxins, the things you don't want to eat are. Tuna is actually one of the best fishes you can get if you want to avoid mercury and heavy metals and any kind of toxins. All you have to do is make sure you remove this stuff, and you've removed the vast majority of anything that might be bad in it. I come in and I peel along that bloodline. I'm going to run my line a little further backwards, and we're going to take out all that red stuff. We don't want any of that. When you're buying canned tuna in the store, they just take out the bones and fling all this crap in. It's one of the reasons why it tastes like, as we refer to it, cat food.
Cat food.
All right.
Tinny.
But that stuff makes good crab bait too, so we'll put it in the crab bait bucket.
Yes.
Now, see, we've got all that red stuff out. I come in with my fancy fillet knife, and we're just gonna skin.
Ah, that's where you're hiding.
Yep, she's doing a video with me. We're gonna skin one section down. Plop.
I'll trade you. You're wandered out.
Okay. Okay. So Becky's stepping out here. We're gonna continue with Lenny. And now we're gonna take and we're gonna remove the belly bones and the lining of the belly. We're gonna come in with this big knife, and I'm just gonna slip it across. See what I'm doing?
I see that.
And peel. We'll peel that stuff out. We don't want any of that belly lining. That's got any of the stuff that was